The other thing I want to play, if you can play James Comey here, he was being interviewed this week, and a question's being asked. And by the way, this is a guy that loved being interviewed a lot. When his book came out, he was everywhere, right? Comey. And then all of a sudden, he's disappeared a little bit, But this was a interview that was done, what? Is this like a few days ago, a couple days ago? I don't know what the exact date on this is. It's not this could have been a couple days ago. If you just play it, see what he says here.
Really honest, loving guy, too.
Yeah.
So
people in law enforcement, which matters.
So as for the Durham report, 300 pages, 4 years investigating the investigators. One of the things that did come out of it was that regular FBI procedures were ignored, that steps were missed along the way in this investigation. In fact, Director Wray said when the report came out, yeah, we acknowledged that a couple of years ago, and we've changed all that. Those changes are already in place. Do you acknowledge perhaps that some mistakes were made along the way?
Oh, definitely. And they were found 4 years ago by the Inspector General. So there's nothing new in this new document.
What were some of those mistakes from your point of view?
Oh, that the FBI didn't communicate clearly the status of certain sources. They didn't double check certain information before putting it in a court application for a foreign intelligence wiretap, and a bunch of others.
And so do you believe now, as some of these politicians call for defunding of the FBI, that has been corrected and that now the procedures are in place to avoid those kind of mistakes in the future?
I think so. But in complex investigations, there's always going to be mistakes. It doesn't mean the FBI is incompetent, honest, and independent.
So, Director, with some distance now from your time there with that
honest, incompetent, and independent. This is your former boss. How do you feel about what your former boss is saying here?
Well, he's doing the same thing that the FBI did after the initial release of the Durham report. It's that moveon.org move where this is old news. This is already addressed 4 years ago. We can't tell you how we did it, but we did it. And again, back to his College of Cardinals mindset of I'm beyond all ethical reproach or questioning in anything there's no personal accountability there. He never says, yeah, I messed up. He never takes any sort of responsibility for something like, I'm going to direct agents to go and talk to Mike Flynn because I hope that he lacks candor and we can charge him with a process crime. And I'm going to brag about it openly.
Isn't that the player's code? Like guys, when you're a player and you have a lot of girlfriends and you're coming up, the code is you can never say you did anything wrong. It's like, hey, you didn't do this. So if James Comey was a guy that he shows a lot of signs of a player, playboy type of a guy that so I feel like he listens to a lot of R&B and hip hop. He just kind of seems like that kind of a guy. But going back to it, so for him, yeah, it's not a big deal. So, it's not a big deal. We've addressed it. We've gotten better. It's cool. Is it the mindset of never ever admit and just kind of be casual and cool about it and move on, or is it more a cultural thing of the FBI, or is it just him that's doing this?
I think it's the culture of the FBI,
Same.
And he just embodied it. I mean, the reputation for the FBI is everything to it. Protect the shield at all costs. When I was accused of making this recording of my meeting with my ASACs, which I did. I was asked about it in my interview, my compelled interview, which I was not allowed to have an attorney actually assist me with, just sit there and watch. They tried to get me to lack candor so they could charge me and do a search warrant and arrest me. I had said, yes, I created that. The natural follow-up for anybody, and these are FBI agents who are asking me these questions, is, can we get a copy of that? Because I was making some rather huge revelations to them that I was being possibly compelled to do something that I felt was a civil rights violation. They never asked for a copy, which means they have a copy. As I suspected, my ASACs recorded the conversation as well. And they were not worried about what those guys told me. They were just worried about the exposure. Reputation is everything.
By the way, can you look at Yelp to see what their online reviews are for FBI? Like, how many positive reviews?
Oh my God, can you Yelp the FBI? I bet it's gonna be a half. Please let it be a half.
We're
they got
4.5 star. Is it really? That's got to be a joke. I was actually just joking. Can you read the reviews? Go to the bottom. I'm actually. Tell me this is a joke. This has to be a joke, right? My family and I were given a tour. It's a tour thing experience. Okay, go down. Is it actually FBI? Some of the FBI needs to go. Ray should should be the first. I had no clue. By the way, if you have bad experience with the FBI, go write a Yelp review
This
on
can't
FBI.
be real. So funny.
He said, "Get rid of the boss and give him 3 stars."
There's no chance this is real.
Go, little Lord. This is actually comical now. I couldn't even believe it.
5 stars.
So I have a confession. My dream job, even now, is to work for the FBI as a field agent. It seems so exciting, fun, interesting, saving the world and fighting crime. This is what 2016, but a lot has changed since then, Miss Maggie C. So go, little Lord, Jerry Lee. Okay, keep going. So is this one. Walking past the back end building, I turned to my husband and said, I bet this is the FBI headquarters. I feel like I'm an episode of the X-Files. Lo and behold, when we reached the front, it was, I wish we could have gone inside, but it looked like closed. Not sure if it was a secret thing. Perhaps it was even open.
Like Wally World from National Lampoon.
So let me,
I'd love to see what Trump left as a review of the FBI.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.